You okay, buddy? Yeah. You sure? You're breathing heavy. I'm okay. Good. Relax. It'll go quicker that way. To start, I just need some basic information. Basic? Simple things. Okay, let's start with an easy one. What's your name? Roy. Roy what? Fromere. Well, Mr. Fromere, how old are you? 16. Go to school? No. Why not? Don't know. Just don't. Live alone? No. You live with your mother and your brother Bill, don't you? Yeah. Good, good. You're doing fine, but I need to ask some harder questions. Okay? Can you handle that? Yeah. Good boy. Your brother Bill is in some hot water, isn't he? He's been accused of something bad. Accused? He did something. He did something bad to that little girl, Jenny Connor. Oh, to be frank, Mr. Fromere, I think you might know something about that. That's why you're here today. I think we have a story about Bill and that little girl. Don't be shy. Relax. You aren't in any trouble. Just answer me one question. Did you see Bill take Jenny into the woods? I didn't see them. Really? I saw Jenny. Bill was home. You say you saw Jenny go into the woods, but Bill was home? Yeah. Mr. Fromere, I find that a wee bit hard to believe. You know, we found Bill's jacket in those woods. We found his jacket soaked in about a pint of blood. Jenny's blood. We found her too. Funny enough, she was just a few yards away. We took some pictures. Wanna see? Pictures? Of the body. Wanna see? No, I expected you don't. They're not pretty, but nevertheless, they beg the question. What was Jenny's blood doing on Bill's jacket? And why do a dozen witnesses claim to have seen them leave together from the football game? Witnesses? Mr. Fromere, I know you followed them from the field. We have CCTV, so I ask again, did you see Bill take Jenny into the woods? Did you? I didn't. I think you're lying. Bill was home. We go together from the football. Bill said, take Jenny and take my jacket. I said, let's go to the woods. Jenny said no. It made me mad. I pushed her. She hurt her head. What? I hid her in the woods. I was scared. I didn't want any trouble. She woke up. She was mad and screaming, so I hit her. I hit her so she'd shut up. And the jacket? Jacket? Bill's jacket. I hid it. Where? Under my bed. Christ, not under your bed. Think for once in your life. Fucking think. You hid it in the woods. I hid it in the woods. Yeah, don't forget, it's important. Sorry. When they ask for real, you have to remember, I'm sorry for yelling at you. I hate seeing you made fool of is all. I know, Bill. Confession, I like this story a lot. So far, I've made a few videos, and I generally try to lean towards, not just generally, but I prefer horror that has more of a basis in reality than superstition, occultism, mysticism, all those kinds of aspects, or whatever you want to call them, I don't know. And Confession was one of those stories that I generally enjoy. There are a few stories that I've had a lot of fun reading. For instance, My Daughter Learned to Count. Disturbing. I liked it. There's no scary stuff or whatever. Not scary stuff. But I wanted to say, there's no superstition, there's no occultism, there's no nothing. It's completely, based in reality, something that is plausible, that can happen. The new old house as well, with the people discovering that the walls have skin instead of regular wallpaper. Still, I can see that possible. The woman in the oven, that still kind of bugged me for a little while. I was contemplating for at least a day or two, trying to find resources if that's actually plausible or not, or if it actually happened. And when Charlie goes away, still, again, a little girl that uses her brother as a scapegoat for her dastardly deeds. And there's no other way to fucking frame it. And I like those. Confession and Last Messages also hold a good place in my mind as well, and in my heart. I generally enjoyed them. But Conffession takes a different route from the previous story that I read, which is Last Messages. Unlike Last Messages being only a few lines of text messages from a daughter to a mother, giving her what's happening, and the whole thing was surrounded around a serial killer. Conffessions takes it in a very interesting way. We get a sense of a police interrogation, that we get a feeling that we are in a room in the police station where suspects get interrogated by detectives. And I like that. It gives me an interesting thought that I am sitting in the room with these two people, with the suspect and the detective. And that's how I got the feeling of reading the story, where the detective is continuously asking basic information like, oh, what's your name? Who do you live with? Do you go to school? Because our suspect is younger. And at the end, we get this twist that it wasn't a detective. We were basically talking to Billy and his younger brother. Bill, sorry, not Billy. For some reason, Billy and Mandy was in my mind for a little while. Watched the episode today. Don't want to get off topic. Want to stick to the story. And we get this sense of the elder one, the older sibling, trying to explain to the younger sibling what he needs to say and how he needs to present himself. So when the police come by, when the real interrogation happens, he'll know what he'll have to say in order to cover his ass. And I enjoyed this immensely. I liked it a lot. But also, the more interesting part of this was I had a belief that the younger brother was mentally unstable. I mean, like actually mentally unstable. I even tried to play him off as mentally unstable while reading the story. I mean, I had a lot of fun reading this one. I had a lot of fun trying to amateur act, like trying my hand in amateur acting to show off that the detective / or older brother, or the older brother, whatever, just to be precise, the older brother is trying to, push the younger one to, feel comfortable when these tough questions get asked. And when I even read the story, when he took the little girl, what was her name? When he took the little girl into the forest and she refused to go, when he hit her, in order to shut her up, he hit her again. And I got the feeling of, I think there are plenty of movies where the killer turned out to be a disturbed individual. And not by disturbed, I mean psychologically inept or mentally unstable, whatever. You know what I mean, like a person that really didn't fully understand. A good example would be Mother, the Korean film. I don't want to spoil too much if people haven't seen it, but that's a good example. That's a perfect movie with a good example of what a person that is mentally disadvantaged, I'm gonna just say retarded. It's simple as that, but rather than use these more polite words. A retard, not knowing what the proper social etiquette or what the moment called for. He did something what he deemed as okay or normal, and we have a dead body. Simple as that. I enjoyed reading this story. I liked it. They have a special place in my heart. Definitely, I have to give props to the guy that wrote it. Gets an A+ for me. I don't think there's anything else to add more to this section of the video. So whoever watches to the end, thank you so much for listening to this shitty creepypasta narrator just trying his hand in everything that he does, is using the few unlucky bastards that come by to watch his videos as lab rats and see how things go. I don't know, that'll be mostly it. Hope anyone that watched the video enjoyed it. I hope you have a wonderful day, night, whatever time it is, and see any of you in the next video. That'll be it for me, the Lonesome Creep, and bye, I guess.